you can tell I've just woke up because I forgot the calendar. 1 minute. As if by magic. There it is. So, I am the soul pool. You are the soul pool. We are the soul pool. Together as a collective. Without you, this doesn't work. Boxing Day, we call it in the UK. I don't know what you call it. And most previous years it's spent with all my family, and it's a big family. There were 6 of us. But the lockdowns put paid to that. And nobody really wanted to go last year because of my brother's passing. Anyway, so Christmas has been very different since he's gone. And I know a lot of you are missing loved ones. Those of you that have lost, I'm really sorry. And I feel it from my heart. Astro DJ is giving me a song that I know has gone viral. It's a very well known song. Not my sort of music, so I don't know who sings it. It's the one that says straighten up the blinds and turn the lights down low. That one. It's got a really deep voice. So I shall find that and we'll see what that's about. So it sounds like somebody's all loved up. Six is the Strength card. It's on there. It is on the cut. Bloody hell. So they're raring to go already. Let's see. Strength's about being rewarded for past deeds, karma, expressing yourself, strength of character. It's also about heart and back issues. It is the Leo card. I shall do some more Christmas specials today. Before I start recording the yearlies. I'm quite looking forward to the yearlies, see what they have to say, because last year it's definitely were quite revealing. And I've totally missed it. Didn't see it at all. So where is it? Is it that one? Oh, I know it's there because we cut on it, didn't we? It should be in the first pile. No. Spirit messing with me this morning because I haven't woke up properly, but I wanted to get you done so you can enjoy your day. There it is. So we start off with a big fat yes. Any question you have that you've been thinking about, if you've been tossing and turning all night, the answer is yes. This is a wish granted. This is your happiness. This is all your cups full. feeling satisfied. It's also the gestation of something. So it could be a baby, or it could be the beginnings of a new enterprise. Something new is being born, but it will take time. It's positive energy. We have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, gentleman, cusper. Cusper means that they're born between one sign and another. It could be a man in uniform. It could be a farmer, because the earth signs are very earthy. They work with the hands. This is someone who possibly owns his own business. He's wealthy, or is secure in finances. He's a generous, warm and giving friend. But it could also be somebody in uniform, or somebody of a darker complexion, or all of those. Each card has so many meanings. Also with this deck, because here, can you see the watermelons? He's got a watermelon behind him. I told you the story, didn't I, about the person that was adopted by a wealthy family. But the other children were jealous because he was the favourite. And so they planned his demise. And he was exiled to an island that was nothing there, except that a watermelon washed up on the beach. And his wife planted the seeds, and they grew watermelons, and then they sold them, and they became very wealthy. So if your destiny cannot be changed, if you are a warm, giving, secure person, you will always be abundant in whatever way. You've just got to believe. So this may be somebody that's being accepted into the family. He's warm, he's generous, and he's practical. He is productive. And there is a transformation. Scorpio energy. Someone is coming out of their safe zone, or from grief, or whatever it is, wherever they've been, that dark place. Like the butterfly coming out of the chrysalis. It is a struggle to get out of that chrysalis. It's not easy, and it's not meant to be, because you have to make your wings strong. So if you're struggling, know that that's why, because you have to be strong enough to start that new beginning. So twice we've been told there's going to be a new beginning, a secure future. And any blockages that were in your way are being removed. Something is coming to light. Something is becoming very, very clear, connected to the number 19. There's living and past, date for your diary, or an address. And it will bring about this transformation. There are people born 1966 possibly involved, plus or minus 12, February to February, the year of the horse. Leos, which we've mentioned today, but most of all it's being enlightened by something, an aha moment. So far a brilliant read. But there has been disappointment, and we've come to the proverbial bridge. Can you see that bridge there? So when we say, my mum used to say it all the time, oh, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because you have no other option. And some people keep being in denial, thinking, well, we haven't got there yet, we don't need to make a decision yet. But this person is dwelling on the past, is thinking too much about the past and not drawing a line in the sand. It's time to stop grieving or dwell in what you've done or what someone else has done. Stop playing the blame game. Draw a line in the sand and cross that bridge to greener pastures. 5 months is mentioned. It is a disappointment, and you did play a part in it, but you're not to blame. Things happen. And then we have today's card. In the positive. So, it's time to express yourself positively. Heal your heart, be it physically, mentally, and grow a backbone, really. Be strong enough to control yourself. Because even though this is classed as the Leo card, it's not about the Leo. It's about the lady with the Leo. So there may be a power struggle here, but that lady is more than capable of controlling that lion. So you can either open somebody up to you, so bring out what the truth is, or you can shut them up if they're being too controlling. And I say that because this is the Leo card and it's come out in the reverse. Leos, like I've said in your other reads, I feel like I'm beating you up, but there's no denying when your card comes up what it's about. This is the Leo at their very worst. And unless you're Leo in all of your planets, all of your chart, this is a pure Leo. It's not somebody who's got mostly Scorpio in the chart or anything like that. So it is someone, if they're a true Leo, who is very money orientated. Possibly one of these siblings of this person who plotted revenge. She demands things, expects things, and takes nothing less. And I've always said that's my Violet Elizabeth card. It's someone who will scream and scream and scream until they get what they want. So you will know who that is. But it's time to end this nightmare. A new day is dawning and things are coming to light about this situation. So, very strange that on the day when the card is Leo, we get Leo mentioned 3 times. There is some sort of transformation taking place. Maybe if you are that Leo, you are realising where you've been at fault and having a ha-ha moment where you realise you're putting obstacles in your own way. But you have to be 100% honest with yourself. You can be in denial with everybody else, but you have to be honest with yourself. So Scorpio is massively important. And Leo. 13 and 19. Scorpio is about the reproductive organs and shared resources. So there could be, like I said, a baby being born. A new beginning. Yes, apologise. If there's been any sort of misunderstandings, you need to apologise. Maybe you're not to blame. But do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? It's slow-moving energy. It is someone who's growing into this man. A man that could be not quite there yet. Not as much commitment. But it means that there needs to be positive communication and a firm offer. It could be in career and finances. This is the dark night of the soul. This is where you know now that there's no going back in a situation. And yet you fear what the future holds. So you're pausing on the threshold. Maybe you're pausing to get your strength back so that you can have the energy to go forwards. And someone feels under attack. There is conflict and competition, power struggles. Dissatisfied, ungrateful, just like this lady here. Someone isn't grateful for what they've got. Someone believes that the effort they've put in hasn't produced what they deserve. That's not being humble, is it? Maybe things haven't panned out how you'd like, but there's no point in stamping your foot and having a tantrum and thinking, I deserve more. Who said? What makes you so special? If you're grateful for what you've got, Spirit will give you more. Just like that gentleman. He makes miracles happen because he's secure in himself. When you're insecure in yourself, you see only lack. So you need to fill up your own cups and know that the effort you've put in hasn't been wasted, even if you've failed, because you've learnt some valuable lessons. 7 years is mentioned. So be thankful for the blessings and the lessons. Stop overthinking it. You are blind to the reality of this situation. 8 weeks is mentioned. It's time to come out of your head. Somebody's been playing very good mind games here. Yep, there is bad memories of the past. There's probably children involved, or sometimes I get this with child abuse. So it's something to do with children or your childhood, bad memories of the past, or something negative in the past. 6 months. We've got 2 females here now, or 2 parts of the same female. So it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio cusper, or a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius cusper, which would mean it could be 2 parts of the same person, somebody that's born on the cusp. But if this is the same lady, she's not only demanding, but she's over emotional. She may be drinking. She's depressed and doesn't love herself even, which is sad. And a decision needs to be made so that you can come out of this nightmare situation. You may be in denial about that decision because, like I said, you're frightened of what the future holds. You may not have all the facts. If you wait for all the facts, you'll wait forever. Or you may be protecting somebody, and that could be true. But we've got that twice, and you don't get it twice for no reason. It is time to be strong and fight your way out of that cocoon. Become the butterfly you're meant to be. A transformation is taking place either with your reproductive organs, because you'll be conceiving, or your finances, and it will be positive. The 13, massively important. Living or past, date for your diary and address. That gentleman also gives gifts, proposals, but I mean, gifts is obvious because it's Christmas. Proposals may be obvious as well. A lot of people get engaged and stuff at Christmas, don't they? But above all, it's the apology, and it's slow improvements in a situation. Balance, Sagittarius energy. So it's a hard lesson to learn, and to be humble enough to apologise. 2 fire signs, or 2 dragons, those born 1988 plus or minus 12 February to February, or 2 snakes, those born 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February. It is those born on the 14th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. So it looks like if you don't know anybody on those dates or living at that address, it is the 13th and 14th of January, perhaps. Good days. Someone knows that there can be no celebration. There's no marriage. There's no firm foundations in this situation. So because we've got the 4 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, it suggests, and they're both in the reverse, that there is some sort of split here. You take your 2 Wands, I'll take my 2 Wands, and we choose to change this home situation. It may be a house move, and it may be that you don't want to move, but circumstances mean you have to, especially if you're having a new baby. You might need another room, but maybe you've been happy in that home and you don't want to leave. Celebrations obviously in the UK are delayed because, well, if you take notice, because of the rules and the regulations that are going on at the minute. Again, Spirit are giving you the gift of a whole new beginning. This could be the proposal that he's bringing. This could be a new business, a new home, but it's the beginnings. That's the foundation stone for a new home. And on that you will build a strong foundation. So that's good for you, Kristen. Brand new beginnings. But you've got to nurture it and you've got to bring that to fruition. Just like this gentleman did. He may be someone in spirit that's been on this journey you're on before you and is coming to help you. Could be a father energy if he's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Whoa. So Spirit giving you another gift. I know it's Christmas, but now we have the gift of love. So financial security and love. They come together as far as Spirit's concerned, but you have to nurture them. That swan is waiting for her life mate. That is the divine masculine, the stag. So, well, it looks more like a moose actually. So I'll have to see what a moose means. But that is the fertile cup. So it could be that someone will conceive. If you don't want to conceive, you need to keep your legs crossed. But it is your cup of happiness being filled and overflowing. Enough to make a lake where the plants and animals come to fertilise the ground. And he can plant his seeds and make more watermelons. There is lack of effort here, as lack of communication. Possibly some of you are not working, so the timing of this baby possibly isn't right because the finances are a bit iffy. But with love and belief, you can make this happen, but you're going to have to put the effort in. 2 8s is about the disappointment. Maybe it's not gone exactly as you'd like. Because this female is back again. There is a water sign female or someone you are emotionally involved with that is massively upset. And if you're not married and you got pregnant, your mum might not be happy. It's someone doesn't want this new beginning. Someone's over emotional. Somebody doesn't want you to do this. No matter what, they will try to stop it. But the blockages cannot stop you. This is travel. This is happiness. This is something coming to light. Illumination. Again, the 19. Massively important. Again, the Leo card. Something is coming to light about this Leo demanding female. It could be anywhere in your chart. It doesn't have to be your sun sign. But with all these Leo cards, it probably is. Somebody has strings attached to their love, and those obstacles are going to be removed. Because you're going to see things very clearly. The truth is coming out. So tell the truth, shame the devil. It will bring success. Now we've got 3 aces. Spirit are giving you the gift of communication, clarity, love, and security. The only one missing is the passion, the action. So the action is for you to take and begin your new journey. This is the Fool. This is feel the fear of that dark night of the soul and do it anyway. Walk your true path. This is the Dick Whittington card. He walked away from the village with nothing but his knotted hanky, his cheese sandwich, and the shirt on his back. And everyone was laughing, saying, "Oh, you'll be back." And because he believed the streets of London were paved with gold, and we know they're not. And he got there, and he was disappointed, and he felt stupid because, yes, it was wrong. But he sucked it up. He knew he was wrong. He admitted it. But carried on with his dream. He didn't give up there and then and went with his tail between his legs back home. He stayed, and he became the Lord Mayor of London. He made it work because he believed in it. He nurtured those new beginnings. So who had the last laugh? Those born on the 22nd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Yeah, looks like a house move, a new home. It'll bring balance, overcoming addictions to a way of life, chocolate, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, gambling. An important building has a positive influence on you. Could be a hospital, could be a schoolhouse, could be a university, could be a new home. Yeah, see, I believe this gentleman is going through a separation. So that could be why your mum's upset. You've got pregnant to somebody that isn't even divorced yet. That sort of scenario. For one. But for others, it's separations, a breaking of a contract. So maybe this businessman has to break a contract. Maybe he builds houses and someone he's building a house for is separating. So now he's put all that money into a project that isn't needed anymore, isn't required anymore. So they've broken the contract and he's going to have to sort that out. Could be anything. Yeah, a married woman with children is becoming single. So it looks like, see, the thing what I'm getting is it is only a disappointment. There's no heartache, sorrow, loss, separation here. So don't go thinking if that scenario is for everybody, because it's not. Because looks like an amicable separation, because each one has come to realise that there's happiness elsewhere. It may be that you are a single female with children and there is a gentleman here that's recently divorced and you meet up, and that's a new beginning. You meet up at this building, wherever it is. Could be a courthouse, like I say, school, something like that. Maybe your kids go to the same school. I don't know. But it's a positive read, this. It's not a negative one. It's bringing back happiness to your life. There is illness involved here. Someone has to see a doctor possibly, but they will be fine. It is a recovery. So it's not a negative read, even though there is separation mentioned in here. It's not saying that you lot that are happily married are going to separate. But it could be that someone you know meets the love of their life after separation, especially with that song that Astral DJ gave me. There is a lot of loving going on. Someone's found someone. But for that to happen, first you have to realise who your enemies are, and something's being found out about a female enemy. So maybe his ex has been spreading lies about him, and so you refuse to get involved with him. And then you find out that it's not true, and you have to apologise and say, sorry, I know I did block you and not talk to you, but I heard things and I shouldn't have assumed that what I heard was true. Because there is gossip. People sticking their nose in your business, too many people talking. And an elderly female has a negative influence on the situation. There's been unhappiness in love here, for definite. So, go for the new beginnings. Some of you have finally found the partner you deserve. Some of you are still waiting. And you feel imprisoned in your own mind. Or someone has been in prison. And I don't think they did it. I think they're innocent, probably. They've been falsely accused, and when you have your day in court, it will come to light and you'll be free. But for now, someone is a prisoner. So we won't forget this card today. God knows how it got done yesterday. I don't know. Probably because I was a bit too distracted. So what did I say? Aquarius, I know. Twice we've got the Enlightenment card. Something is coming to light and it's massively important. Number 23 gives us a 5, so that might be important to you. And it is about your wishes and dreams coming true. But first, you have to face this problem head on. The best way to predict your future is to invent it. The name Alan and Kay may be important. So, Spirit are going to test you. They're going to put you through these lessons to see how you handle it, see if you're strong enough. Ruled by the planet of sudden insight, Uranus, but in earlier times Saturn, is the planet of wisdom. So you're wiser now, you've learnt your lessons. There may be Aquarius involved. Aquarians tend to have natural aptitude for genius. Even those that are not geniuses are able to collect facts and knowledge far beyond the scope of those of other signs. Because of their fast intelligence, it doesn't take Aquarians long to see that they are superior in intellect to most people, and this gives them a certain disdain over anything they view as common or ordinary. As seers into the future, Aquarians are ahead of the game and have accurate visions of the way things will be. This is why the sign of Aquarius rules science fiction and anything brand new. And we've got 3 aces there, so this is brand new. In reality, Aquarians see waves of the future in the way the rest of us cannot. So all that's left is for us to take action. Aquarians can be very stubborn in their views, even when those views appear off the wall to others. They will fight long and hard to have the freedom to stay weird, and they will fight for the rest of us to stay weird as well, and that's how it should be. Whatever is taboo or outlandish greatly appeals to them, if only in the imagination. So oftentimes they are artists, inventors, and speculative writers. As an air sign, they can be great humanitarians but not very practical, and yet he is immensely practical. Inside every Aquarian, no matter how attractive or glamorous, lives a geek. The type who wants to escape the mundane world and enter the realms of fantasy. The graphic novel, the appointed games, and role-playing. At the same time, they can be rational and tend not to get caught up in emotional dramas, and that's what they want for you. Don't get caught up in the other people's emotional dramas. Aquarians are more interested in friendship over romantic relationships. In fact, Aquarians are at first friend before lover, and I do believe in the song. It is about time, taking things slow, not rushing it. There's no need to rush a relationship. Unless, of course, you insult them by disagreeing with their far-fetched ideas, and then you will be history. Aquarians are very attracted to people of other ethnicities and races, so it could be that this gentleman has a darker complexion, like I said. So if they do decide to couple with someone, it's generally a person who does not come from the same background, or sometimes even the opposite gender. Through all relationships, now that could be true, because there could be a same-sex relationship between these two women. Aquarians will develop and grow, often as some kind of artist. Yet there is always a disconnect quality to Aquarians. They are noticeably peculiar, and in this they pride themselves. The Aquarian card presents itself in a reading. You can be assured friends and friendly alliances are about to help you achieve your goals. It is possible you are to meet a group of people or become involved in organisations that will support you in an unusual plan or idea. It may be like a family group. But the emphasis will be placed primarily on the ideas of the crowd. So if you can consider yourself the idealistic Pied Piper at the front of this group, but right now you're not, you're letting other people dominate you. And that's not good. You may find yourself dealing with persons from exotic or dissimilar backgrounds, those of a different ethnicity or culture than yours, from which you will learn greatly. Transgender people and cross-dressing may possibly mean something in your world right now, and you will acquire different concepts and approaches through these dealings, which are changing you. In the coming months, travelling to faraway exotic places are likely to factor in. Mastering a new technology and dealing with futuristic concepts will be of benefit to you. Whatever you accomplish in the near future will be based on how well you master these new ideas and approaches. Science fiction or fantasy may become a subject or an art form. Another meaning behind this card is the meeting up of cutting-edge people, those who challenge whatever you believe to be true or established, because it may not be. Many times these people will be artists. With this card choice, you're likely to be mastering something new, something you've never tried before, which will lead you to greater awareness and success. So the future, speculation, visions, speculative literature, science fiction, planets, stars, outer space, outside time and space, aliens, technology, computers, bionics, electricity, phones, and other modes of communication. Mental expansion, flights of genius, arrogance, flightiness, bisexuality, cross-dressing, optical patterns, pewter, silver, and aluminium foil. Taboo subjects, original ideas, free thinking, the unconventional, groups and associations, people of a like mind who may be of a different mind to the rest of society. A bohemian crowd going against the status quo, marching to the beat of your own drum, daring to be uncommon, appreciating the odd and the unusual, and taking on a new challenge. This is your wishes and dreams come true, but you have to face the chaos. Eccentricity, surprises, standing alone, the future technology, outer space, and mastery. 17. Massively important. So, yeah, 37. So, lack of clarity. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius may be involved somewhere. So we've got them mentioned already. This is your challenge. And this is what I'm talking about. Be mindful of codependency and enmeshment. So you've got yourself involved in something, or this gentleman definitely has, a crowd previously that didn't fit. So be mindful of codependency and enmeshment. When the Metal King comes as your challenger, he is inviting you to address how overwhelmed you may be around these people. Do you pick up their feelings like a sponge? Do you feel you need to heal them so that you feel better? It's time to get grounded. Be clear about your own personal boundaries and restrain yourself when you feel the need to jump in to help without being asked. This is also a warning against forming unhealthy relationships in an area of your life. But I think that's the lesson that you've learned, that previous relationship was unhealthy. And now you've got to begin again on a new relationship, or you're already in that new relationship. But Spirit is saying, don't judge them by your previous situation, because that was codependent. They needed something from you. And that was the only reason it was with you. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be that they needed your strength, but at the same time they were sapping it from you. So an energy vampire. Yeah, and there it is. So for all of you in different ways, there's something that needs to leave your life. It could be, like I said, just a simple house move. It could be a relationship. It could be a group of friends that no longer fit you. But you're disappointed and you've been holding on to them for so long. Maybe you've known them since childhood, but now you're realising that you've outgrown them. And it doesn't have to be through fighting, but usually it works that way. When you refuse to let go, it ends up bitter. So it's better to let go before it gets to that point. So people from the past, really, time to let go. They've either taught you a lesson or been a blessing, but it's time to realise what no longer serves you. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are. We're cyclic beings in a constant state of change and evolution, which is what the Scorpio card says. It's time for a change. It's time to grow. Change is one of the only certainties in life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and you feel stuck in prison. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be. But there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to that facade and to embrace who you truly are. So people are trying to keep you where you are because it suits them. To surrender to how we have changed and align life to the way of being. You are being called to let go of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, the mask that you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be, in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you've outgrown some relationship or circumstance, and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so they are congruent with who you truly are today. So sometimes we just outgrow people, places, jobs. So what in your life needs to change? Yeah. Above all, you have to watch your temper. Trust yourself, because trust comes from within. I think some of you have lost trust in your own ability. Spirit have got you on a mission. You are a natural giver. You've got to learn when not to give anymore, because there are energy vampires here. And we're going to open the Whispering Woods. And you can't make it up, they're brilliant at this, Spirit. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. So yes, there are going to be endings, but there will also be new beginnings. And it is going to be a big surprise. Under the most ordinary stone is the undisturbed garden. So there's the gift from Spirit of a brand new venture, home, life. Where's that Ace of Pentacles? The gift that they keep giving. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. Your Garden of Eden, right here on earth. And it's going to be a huge surprise. Not to Kristen, because she's found her Garden of Eden, Auntie Love. So, thanks for listening. I hope you're still having a very Merry Christmas.